Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Brand Architect podcast. Today I have a very interesting guest, and we will be covering something different we haven't covered before. So I'll be talking to the director of the web design digital structure company based in South Wales, and his name is Joe Hughes. And I've learned to pronounce this just a few seconds ago. So, yeah, I'm doing it right. So, Joe, welcome to the podcast, and thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. Okay, so we're gonna talk about something very important, which is the website, because we've been talking a lot about different social media channels, about the risk of putting all your eggs in one basket, and how important it is to have one centered home, one hub, where you've got everything you do in one place and where people can check you out. So that's basically your website. I guess the interesting thing is these days, what I've noticed is many websites look alike a lot. So you have different trends of more popular designs of the things. What is more popular, what is trendy, what looks nice, and then everyone starts using the same themes, and you end up, if you're not reading the text, or if you don't really have anything really specifically different, then you have a feeling that it's the same website. So I guess, I will start with the hard part. How do you make sure that your website is different from the others? Mm. Okay, I see. So, I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that the thing that may differentiate you from the others on a website is basically, the elements of the branding that are incorporated into things. So as much as you can if you're using template. So what are like the basic, the important elements that you should consider while you are showing off your brand on a website? Mm. Okay, so basically, before you go to the web developer or before you decide to put your website up, you have to be very clear about your brand, and what it represents, and how it's gonna look, in order to brief you correctly. Is that right? I see. So I guess it's sort of, it's a complex question, but what makes a good website differentiate from a bad one? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, they do. Okay, so what about the I mean, we have spoken on this podcast about the copy and the importance of words and headlines that you're using and all that stuff for conversion. But I'm sure that besides the words, even if all the words are correct and in there, there might be some, I don't know, design tricks that you could use as well on top of that. Mm. Okay, I see. So let's talk briefly about personal brands. When you have that personality as a center of the brand, what are the best ways to illustrate that, and what is the best way to show your personal brand on a website? Like, I don't know, what should people consider having in there? Mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I see. So, what about there are many people who would ideally want their website to sort of have these engagement elements with their audiences. Like, the people come there and they want to take the relationship further, be that through getting them on email list or to signing up for a webinar, or whatever it is. They sort of just by getting people there and looking at their website is not enough these days, so they are looking for some extra, deeper connections in a certain way. So we really want to make sure that we can connect with the people who came and saw our website eventually. So what are the things that we could use in order to be able to connect with our audiences? Yeah. Yeah. To get more emails. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it does. It absolutely does. What about, I don't know. I mean, is this old school and old stuff, the static pages? Because we all have like we constantly create content and we're just updating our sites over and over again, most of us. But is there actually this required need for that? I mean, do static websites work now? I mean, is there a need for those as well? Yeah. Okay, I see. So these days, there is this new thing that came out, especially for content creators, and everyone leads towards live streaming. So, and live streaming, unfortunately, sort of, it seems like you have to use third party platforms to do that. So, what is the best way to integrate it with your website? So, at a certain point, I mean, let's say if you're using one certain live streaming platform and then with the time it goes down or, something happens, you don't really lose of the content, and you also have your home populated with whatever you've done before as well. No, but can you embed it there? So it's okay. Hmm. They are planning to. I'm not sure it's launched, but they are planning to have one. Yes, it's on. It's on the way. It's on the way. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so how important is like I don't know. I mean, sometimes for me specifically, I mean, I'm using WordPress and I'm sort of playing around with the things myself, and I'm not really into this. I don't really have a huge professional and very like specialized website, but for those who usually get to the point when they are hiring a web developer, the problem is making sure that they brief correctly and they give all the the information they need, because sometimes it's with designers specifically, it's a bit difficult to sort of explain what you're imagining and what you're expecting versus the functionality and all that stuff. So what is like the best way to approach this? Let's say I want to hire a web designer. How am I approaching this? How do I make sure that my brief is complete and you've got everything that you need in order to get the maximum effective result at the end? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, I see. Well, as always, like relationships are very important. If it either works or it doesn't. So yeah, they're too interesting. I never looked at it from that angle, but yeah, I mean it completely makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, what about the other extreme? Let's say someone doesn't have the budget, is not at the level that he wants to hire a web developer yet, because he's just starting and he doesn't even know if he's going to stick to what he's going to do in the beginning and all that stuff. So, what is the best way to, like, the easiest do it yourself sort of, way to approach this? Mm, Okay. Yeah. Okay. Clear. Yeah. So, I guess we can wrap up by maybe like I don't know I mean the ideal website. What should it do in terms of? I mean, once you get in there and you say, "Oh, wow, this is a really good website." Why is that? I mean, what does it do or how does it look in order to be really like the professional one? Let's say. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, less choices, easier for them to choose, right? Yeah. 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 I see. Okay, well, thank you very much. It was an interesting conversation. We learned a lot. So, thanks for your time. And hopefully, we all sort of, acknowledge the importance of having a nice website. Okay, have a nice day.